This old house I named Cursed Haven. I wanted to capture the complete feeling of a dead, forgotten place. The wallpaper here peels off like old skin, and the air is filled with the smell of dampness and dust. It feels like someone just left the room, leaving behind a barely perceptible chill. In the attic, I drew a small silhouette, supposedly just a detail for atmosphere. But then I noticed something strange. The dust on the floor slightly stirs, as if someone is breathing on it. In the mirror on the second floor, a stranger's face appeared. Not mine. Vague and wrong. I thought it was just the play of light from the lamp I moved yesterday. To figure it out, I set up a camera facing the diorama and went to sleep. In the morning, after watching the sped-up footage, I realized it all started around 3 in the morning. A chain of wet, barefoot footprints stretched across the floor. Very small and very cold. From the children's room came a quiet child's whisper. He came again. He came again. The door to the children's room started trembling, and thick black liquid slowly seeped out from underneath it. Then, a tall figure appeared in the corridor. Black, liquid, faceless, and eyeless. It slowly leaned toward the children's door, and the wood began to crack under its weight. Suddenly, the figure sharply turned its head and looked straight into the camera lens. I burst into the room, turned on the bright light, and shouted, "Enough! Leave them alone!" I grabbed that thing with my hands. It left sticky black traces on my fingers. I crushed it in my fist, and it dissolved, smelling of burnt plastic and wet earth. Only the tiny figurines remained. The girl, the boy, and the old woman. They were trembling. I leaned closer and whispered, "It's over now. You're completely safe." The girl slowly raised her head. Her eyes became alive, real, human. She spoke in my voice, but thin and distorted. "You always say that, every time you come to save us from that dark figure. And then you put us back in the house and bring him again." I froze, and the camera slowly turned. There were 7 identical dioramas on the shelf. In all of them, the same house, the same children, the same black figure in the corridor. The girl quietly added, "You're not the creator. You're just the next one who lives here." I looked at my hands. They had exactly the same sticky black traces. For several seconds, there was complete silence, only my heavy breathing into the microphone. Then I silently began to dismantle the first diorama, carefully, almost tenderly. I took out the figurines one by one and carried them to a clean, empty table. I created a new place, an endless field under a blue sky, without walls or shadows. I planted tiny trees, drew a stream, spread grass made of green yarn. I placed a small note beside them. "I won't lock you up anymore. Leave if you can." The figurines slowly walked across the field, at first uncertainly, holding on to each other. The girl stopped, turned around and waved at me, without fear anymore. On her face was a real, warm, human smile, not painted on. I turned off all the lamps in the workshop, leaving only the faint moonlight from the window. Maybe I really set them free forever from this endless cycle. Or maybe they're just waiting for the moment when I myself become one of the figurines. Somewhere very far away, children's laughter and the light creak of swings could be heard.